Good day, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of the Nick Myers Show. And I am Dr. Nick Myers. And in this very first episode, I just want to talk about, just give you guys just a little bit of my background and why I'm putting this podcast together. So, you ready? Here we go. Yep, so here we go. My name is Dr. Nick Myers, and I'm currently living in Virginia right now. And I am 47 years old. I'm a black male or African American male. I'm divorced, and I have a really great girlfriend right now, an amazing partner, an amazing lover. And I'm going to talk more about her later on because I really want to, and I like to. So there you go. And currently, I am a social worker. I'm working with people who are HIV positive, and I've been working in the field of HIV education and prevention for more than 20 years already. And it seems that's the fastest 20 years of my life, pretty much. And I had an opportunity to write for an online web-based health system and service called Prostate.net and BladderCancer.net. And my old boss asked me to write. So I said, sure, mainly because of my background in human sexuality education. And I've been writing for bladder cancer since January and prostate cancer since December. And it's been a really eye-opening experience for me because I really never thought about the sexual aspects of prostate cancer and or bladder cancer. And also, yes, I do have a few degrees in sexual health because I started out in psychology, getting a degree, my bachelor's in psychology from Old Dominion University in Norfolk, Virginia. That was way back in '94. And then I ended up at New York University getting a degree in human sexuality education there. That was '97. And I finally got my PhD from Rodney University. That was about 10 years ago. And ever since then, so I've been working in the field of human sexuality for many years, mainly through my work with HIV education, and prevention. So here, I like to turn the page a little bit and start to talk about why. Why am I writing these articles? Why am I doing this podcast now? Because it's been my experience that you actually start with why. Mainly, it's to get people to discuss and to educate others on bladder cancer and prostate cancer, plain and simple. Because as I was reading the other articles that are on the prostate cancer site and the bladdercancer.net site, and just being exposed to the people's comments, and the people were actually pouring their hearts out just because of the treatments that they were going through and their quality of life, and just like, wow. And for me, I never really thought about that angle, or prostate cancer or bladder cancer, period, because I was mainly focused in on the sexual pleasure and HIV prevention, so I can help people not get infected with that virus, plain and simple. But now this is something new, and it's very eye-opening for me. So I'm having a great time basically teaching myself, and also I'm also educating others. So that's kind of like that's a win-win, and you'll hear me use that statement over and over and over again. And I started to write for bladder cancer in January, and I started to write for prostate cancer back in December 2017. And from the comments I've read on those sites, people kept saying that their sex life was over. There's no hope. There's nothing I can do. And that's where I kind of disagreed with them. So many of my articles have been about prostate cancer, some of the things that they can do to change their sex life, because their sex life may not be exactly the same way that it was before, but it may just have to change, and you can still be a sexual being. And I really want people to understand that, because some of the treatments that they are going through are devastating to their sexuality and to their sexual health, and the side effects and everything else. And same with bladder cancer too, and prostate cancer. The treatments are working, but the side effects or the results from the surgeries have been devastating. So many cases, people shut down they shut down their sexuality pretty much. And I want them to understand that no, you don't. You fought off prostate cancer or bladder cancer. You made it through. You defeated it. So I still feel, and I want them to understand that they should be sexual as well. But at the same time, it may just be different than it was in the past. No more, no less. And also for this side, I get to talk about sexual health, not always related back to prostate cancer or bladder cancer, but just sexual health in general. Because over the years, I had like a couple like YouTube channels, and I had 2 online radio shows where I was talking about sexual health and sexuality, and just having just a great time. So this time, I decided just to change things up a little bit and do a podcast instead. And I will continue to write articles for those 2 websites and just keep it going. And so, as I close out this very first podcast, I just want to say this is going to be a lot of fun. It will be fun at times. It's going to be serious at times. There may be tears at times. But that's life, in my opinion. After my 47 years on this planet, and some of the things I've seen people go through and things I've seen people do to themselves, I'm like, yeah. We're going to discuss prostate cancer, bladder cancer, ways for people to try different things in their sexuality and their sexual health. So the topics will always be interesting. I can pretty much guarantee you on that. And at the same time, I would like for you to write in and leave comments or ask questions, leave comments for possible topics and things like that. So just, so like back and forth and just general interaction is great. And, please don't send any nude pictures because my girlfriend may not like that. And as I said, I would bring her up again. So I'm going to bring her up now because she may chime in from time to time because I know she's dying to get on the microphone. So that's going to be interesting. So you'll hear it, and I will announce it when she's going to do a show with me. So, and when it's both of us together, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll leave that there. And just say thank you for tuning in to this very first episode. I will try to probably put up more episodes every Friday or so, or Thursday, just depending on my schedule. And so I'm just going to say thank you for listening to the very first episode of the Dr. Nick Show. And stay tuned, and I will talk to you soon. Take care, everybody. All right. Bye-bye.